You got my nipples up in the kitchen.
Birds have breasts. Here's Phil to tell you more. Hello, everybody. As you see, I was passing around the link. I also have other I think I've mentioned it in passing on here before. I am back on Cameo, so if you want to book a video from me, link is in the description. Go check it out. Ads are off again. I made sure. Huge thank you to everyone who is supporting the show. That is the reason why I could do that, even though not that ads brought me in that much money, but if I wasn't getting the support I was getting, I would keep ads on. So all the members out there, let's see how many members we got. If we could get some more members, that would be awesome, but I already hugely appreciate the support that I'm getting. It's another reason, like I said, I can keep the ads off. Let's see where we're at with memberships right now. YouTube Studio. Let's see. I'm at 734 members. So let's see. Let's see if we get 10 members tonight. Let's see. I've gotten more than that. So ads are off, which again, thank you very much. And two, also, if you want to book me on Cameo, someone already did. They had me talk about Philip Burnell on Cameo. It was actually a lot of fucking fun.
Hand jobs all around.
Nah, aim for 100. I'll keep it modest. I consider when there's like membership gift bombs, those to be like lottery tickets. They happen, great. They don't, no big deal. But I appreciate the support. Speaking of support, let's start with the super chats here. Jeremy Rubenstein, are you the first? I thought you were. There was someone before you, but I'll check in a minute. So, your shoulders in a blender with nipples in a tizzy.
Your shoulders. Your shoulders.
You got my nipples up in the kitchen.
Well spent the night in my car. His family is ignoring and pushing me away. Sorry to be a downer, but hopefully Rich can cheer me up a little bit. How old are you? I'm curious. I'm just curious. Pounding sardine butt during a red fever morning. I have no idea what the fuck that means, but thank you. Oh, we're going back to more of that interview. As a matter of fact, I'm going to need more pot. I'm going to need more pot for this fucking interview because the only way it could be I could be entertaining and find the interview entertaining is to be as stoned as reasonably possible. I don't want to be out of my mind. The basement will be here in 20 minutes. Excuse me, Rich. I got a fart on the wall here. All right. Well, thank you. Yeah, that could we do that another night, Master Shogun. Can I spam the high-pitched laugh? Yes.
You got my nipples up in the kitchen.
Oh, love the videos, man. Keep them coming. Thank you for being a member for a couple months. And as a celebration for the milestone, I'm going to be taking a dab in your name. How high are you from 1 to 10? Like a 6. I'm not that bad. I'll be like a 6.5 after these. So, Richard, you're not going to put a fart in a bottle and breastfeed it to me? Sadly, no. Possible. This is going to be a week of DSP for various reasons. Because my friend is coming in later this week. I'm going to show... I was going to do it tonight, but I'm going to have him here. We're going to show live on stream the Threadripper PC. Go over the specs of it. And prove how much of a dumbass Phil is for not taking it. My friend is taking it, by the way. So that should be interesting. So it's going to be a Phil-filled week. A Phil-filled week. Maple Canadian Bacon Gaming. I added bacon. Why, I don't know. Not yet. I haven't heard anything in the... I haven't had any like insider information on it, so it's not that I know anything. I don't see why not though. Once they get the supply chain really ramping up, why wouldn't you want to have it where someone could just impulse buy it at like a Best Buy? You know what I mean? Rich, you see my message about DSP in the Reddit video? No. What happened? Rich, 46 years old, second long-term fail. I guess it was a wife then or a significant other. Oh, dude. I think it's more normal for a relationship to fucking fail now than actually work. I hate saying it. These stupid fucking bullshit garbage piece of shit fucking retarded fucking apps. Yes, I said retarded. If Vosh could say it, I could say it. Where it's like, the funniest thing too is that like you'll have, oh, so-and-so likes you. Okay, cool. How are you? That's what I say. It's not that I'm like, hey, how are you? Here's a dick pic. My dick is small. No one wants to see it anyway. So don't worry. I'm not sending dick pics. Not lovely day today. As G-rated and Mr. Rogers as it comes. Either, again, they liked me first. So it's not that I'm like, oh, these women are like, no, they like 2 months later. Oh, 2 months ago, my day was great. Fuck off. Women hate small talk. Women hate small talk. It's all they want to fucking do is small talk. But they want to small talk like 2 months apart. 2 months apart. How are we going anywhere if it takes me like 6 months to know how you like your fucking coffee? Get out of here. And because of those apps, the days of meeting someone person to person, man, like I remember in the early 2000s, I used to be able to get consensually, just gotta make sure you say that in 2022, I used to be able to get titties in my face just by going to a clothing store. You do that shit now, it's like, oh my god, that creepy guy actually tried to have a conversation with somebody. It's completely, there was a time, for you young motherfuckers, there was a time that the apps were looked down upon. Like, you can't actually meet someone in person. You can't go, like, to a bar or even, like, just going out and about to class or to a grocery store. You got to meet someone on an app? That's so weird. 2022 is like, wait, you want to meet someone outside of an app and not talk about stupid shit frivolously for 6 months, even though you have no idea if there's any chemistry there? You want to meet you want to talk in person? What the fuck is wrong with you? Completely fucking changed. Oh my god. And it's like the same, like, I don't want to talk about the same stupid fucking shit. I don't want to do it. I don't care what topping you like on your pizza. I don't care about the weather. I don't care about your garden. I don't care, because here's the thing. We can have a billion motherfucking things in common. And we can meet in person and there be nothing there. Whereas if you, like, not that, like, I'm saying to, like, go up to, like, people like Beavis and Butthead at a grocery store and be like, hey, baby, I noticed you're showing some cleavage. Mind if I take a look? But it's like this fucking, it's just so weird. Whereas if you're talking in person, this is what I was getting at. I almost lost my train of thought. It's that I blame the lozenges. Like, you know right away. It's like, all right, interested, there's something to talk about, there's something there, or there's not. You don't know that with an app. They can put up 75,000 fucking pictures. It ain't telling you shit until you meet in person. But we've killed that. We've killed that. And now you have to wade through all this stupid fucking shit. For what? And again, I'm not saying it's like, oh, women, like, yeah, is there breaking news? Women think I'm ugly. Right. And I'm not saying that in a self-deprecating way. I know I'm not the ugliest dude on the planet. I don't have a problem getting women. But what I'm saying is, it's like these are women that like, hey, this person's interested in you. So then it's like this thing of like, you may as well just mail a letter to hello to them because they'll probably respond faster. And it's like, that's the thing. I don't bother them. I'll say hello. If I don't hear back, I don't hear back. But it's just so weird. They like you or say they're interested in you, and either they get back to you like weeks later. Well, the thing is, as a guy who's interested in women, even women who are, let's just keep it real. This may be a cancelable thing I'm saying here. You could be like a 10 out of 10 dude. You still got to put in work to get a woman. Okay? You could be like a 4 out of 10 woman, walk into the bar, and pretty much have any dick that you would like within like 20 minutes. You think I'm sexist for that? You could say sexist. I just say that's reality. You know what I'm saying? So these women on these apps, even the ones that you're like, yeah, they're kind of like, if you know, all right, she's not that great looking, but she has big titties. She has probably 100 people in her DMs. The guy who may be like Brad Pitt in his prime maybe has 10, because that's just how human nature is. So even like I'm like, okay, you think, fine, you could think I'm ugly. I don't care. I genuinely, wholeheartedly don't care. My friend has a huge cock and washboard abs, and he always got laid back, and he still gets laid now, but he has to put in work. What am I projecting with? Tell me what I'm projecting with, Chad. I don't know if you're trolling or not. I'm just interested. I'm not putting myself on a pedestal, I don't think, in the slightest. Oh, I don't care about... Dude, I have no problem. But I'm just saying how the apps are structured. And how it's changed. Out of curiosity, I paid money on most dating apps, no difference. And on top of it, dude, dating apps they make the microtransactions in any game look like nothing. Like, they should be looked at. Like, it's like, oh, you could send a like, but for $10 more, you could send a super like. Oh, you want to see if they read your messages? It's like, what? This is basic fucking like email features that you're hiding behind paywalls. Like, really? What are you, fucking Electronic Arts? And like I said, look, you could think like, oh, Rich, just because you're not... Yeah, okay, great. You don't think I'm good looking. I don't care. That's fine. I know I'm not the best looking dude on the planet. I'm very well aware of that. I'm self-aware. I'll just be like Chris Chan. Hire some hookers. Out of curiosity, I paid money on the most, no difference. And on top of it, most responses are yes! Or it's like women from other countries trying to like just... It's like 90-day fiancé shit. And I'm like, I block them. I block them. I'm just like, nah. You're blocked. Slate Dragon 935 loves the streams. Keep it up. Thank you very much, man. Been bringing Aqua Teen Hungry Force on HBO Max. Oh, really? My favorite is when they say they hate small talk, but probably absolutely nothing interesting in their profile for you to react. Well, that's the thing. Like, they write on top of it too. Especially, you'll notice this as you get older, because the older people become, the more jaded they become. Is there's all these like deal breakers, like, oh, you like to put mustard on the left side of your hot dog and ketchup on the right side. I like my ketchup on the left side. This is just not going to work. It's like, what the fuck? Bro, I had a woman one time who found out I had medical THC. And the weirdest thing about it, she like messaged me coming home for like pissed drunk from a bar. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so drunk. I got hammered." She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I take a couple lozenges of THC before I go to. She's like, "Wait, you take marijuana?" I'm like, "Yep, medical marijuana. I take it." Like, yeah, I can't, that's just a deal breaker for me. Come to find out, like, her ex-boyfriend was like a meth and fucking marijuana dealer and sold the shit at the back of his car. I'm like, yeah, let's like get out of that mindset that everyone who does THC is a crackhead. I was just like, all right, I'm like, I can't. All right, good luck. She's like, you never told me that. I'm like, I didn't think it was a big enough fucking deal. I had to jump. It's not like I have anal herpes. It's THC. Like, it's not like, oh my God, I have this secret. I put a lozenge in my mouth and it has weed in it. Are you going to be okay? Like, get the fuck out of here. Go have a drink and shut the fuck up. Oh, man. I got stories. I got more than that, too. Women have no problem getting men, so they could be... That's what I'm saying. Look, I know people are going to get... I'm just going to say, even ugly women can get laid, no problem. Whereas a exceptionally good-looking dude... I have friends that are exceptionally good-looking dudes. They can get laid, but they still got to put in more work than even an ugly woman would have to put in. It's just how it is. Electronic hearts, dude, they should do it. Dating apps are worse with microtransactions in spades than any game. Like, they make Diablo Immortal seem ethical. I just deleted my OkCupid account, finally free. Oh, there you go. The only girls liking my profile are the ones who sell their only Yeah, I've noticed that too. It's like you go, they're like, go to, like, they're like, oh, this person liked you. And then I go to their profile. First off, you can tell the picture's fake. And it's like, come check me out on crazybjsforyou.com. No thanks. Like, and it's like, oh, go, like, follow me on Instagram. No, I'm not. Why am I following you on Instagram? Why can't we talk here? Why am I going to Instagram? Why are you bringing me to any other site when I just literally said hello to you or vice versa? I got a sponsor offer to review a weed grow box. Oh, really? I like weed. I'm glad I could still take it. I thought I was going to have to stop, but I don't. It's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, we're at 600 and something fucking people. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the support already. I appreciate it. The ads are off. Let's try to see if we can get 10 members tonight. I will mention that in passing. That's the kind of stuff that will keep it ad-free. Weird female review. I gave up dating apps because none of the guys understood the words consent and no. I even had to physically fight a guy once. Oh, that's... What you're saying is the reason why normal dude, well, I'm not normal, but harmless dudes like me have a tough time on there. Because they're afraid of dealing with that shit. You know how many women, friends or women I met on dating apps, I ask them, like, do you get, like, crazy? They're like, yeah, like, usually I would say every single time I sign into the dating app, I get at least a few dick pics. I don't understand that. I don't. Why would you do that? Why? I don't care if you have the most perfect dong on the planet. Do not, even if they ask, don't show it. Like, but dude, it's like Chris the Narc. You're set up to. There was a time, man, where it was considered. I was just saying this before. I don't know if you were here. If you were here, you're hearing me repeat it. Congratulations, Chris. Telling you, I know you're like 26. I'm 40, so I have a little more life experience. In 2004, it was like looked down upon to meet someone on a dating app. Like if you were in a relationship with somebody, like I knew people like, oh god, they met on a dating app. Really? Like those fucking nerds, they like went on their desktop computer and met that way. I'm gonna use a quartering term here. I'm obsessed with the quartering.
I just peed in my basement.
It's like, yikes. That's how it was looked at. That's how it was looked at. Now it's the reverse. Like, wait, you bumped into someone at a grocery store and said hello to them? Are you on like any kind of list or anything? Or? It's so different. It's so different, and I hate it because there's no, you know, any people like. And the thing is, you could have nothing in common on like a list on these apps, and you could meet in person and be totally fucking cool with them, and there could be something there, and then you could be like, oh, you have a 98% match, and then I've met people with the 98% match, and it's like talking to this fake fucking bird. I could actually probably have a better conversation, literally, with a porcelain bird. I'm not even being funny. And that all started, you know what started that shit? I don't even know if it's around anymore. I don't even hear it. Remember eHarmony? Fuck eHarmony. Because they ruined it. Man, there was a time you could go on MySpace, say hi to someone, and in like 20 minutes, you were getting blown in the back of your car. With eHarmony, now you had to write a thesis to get a fucking cup of coffee. MySpace was the shit, man. Now it's like, oh, so write a 30-page thesis as to what you see a proper mate to be. Get the fuck out of here. I will turn on Pornhub and jerk off. It's easier. It's cheaper. It's less of a headache. Will you play another? Oh, yeah, I absolutely will. I was just playing even more Elden Ring downstairs. Man, I'm on some shit tonight. I gotta watch. It's just true, though, man. Yo, it's true. Why am I gonna... I'm gonna put out money for a cup of coffee or a meal to a 98% chance to find out there's nothing in common, or Pornhub, free, don't have to leave my house, and I don't have to talk to anybody. Pornhub wins. Anyway, hello everybody. Porn magazines are... God, yeah, porn magazines are dead. Bro, the 90s, that was the... Or you had to have... They actually had the Spice Channel. Oh, God, where are we going? We're going down a rabbit hole here, you motherfuckers. Which you kind of trapped me into this. But there was where I was at, in the 90s, in the mid-90s, my dad got a Descrambler box. There was the Playboy channel. Cinemax After Dark. Yo, that shit. Fucking the most ridiculous softcore porn. It wasn't even like... Anyway. But I had Playboy and the Descrambler box, so I had unlimited titties. And then it went to the Spice Channel. So, yeah, I was always, even with porn as a teenager, I was a spoiled shit. You had people who were trying to go around confiscating magazines, and I was just beating off in the comfort of my own home on an illegal Spice Channel because it was just scrambled. Got dudes hiding their crusty socks at my friend Steve. Fucking hiding their crusty socks under their bed with the magazines they would steal from like a bodega because they didn't want to have everyone see them buying them. Now, you youngins, these scrambler boxes, here's how I'll explain it to you for you like born in 2000 or younger crowd. When you had analog cable, how they would make it for pay-per-view stuff is they would so you had to pay to descramble it is they would scramble the signal. And if you wanted to get a pay-per-view event or you wanted to beat off to some Spice Channel, you would pay for like a 4-hour block, and it would descramble it for that 4-hour period of time. With a descrambler box, okay, it was always ready to go. So any kind of pay-per-view movie, if a new movie came out and went to pay-per-view, if you had this box, you got it for free. Well, you pay for the box, obviously, but everything was always descrambled. So I had all the brand new movies and titties that I wanted. So, I was talking to a girl about a week ago. She wanted me to make her a Facebook account just so we could talk more. Blocked her. Yeah, that's. I've had women too. You know what's weird? As I noticed, this is like an older dude thing where like a woman will be like, "Hey, I'm free for an hour. Can I meet you somewhere and have sex?" No, I remember that literally happened to me. Well, no, actually she said like, "Yeah, I'm bored and horny." It was like 1 a.m. I'm like, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, my kids are here, nothing. Like, we're kind of cute. We can meet a time when my kids are not here if you want to. She's like, nah, just now. Never heard from her again because I wasn't in her window of when she needed to get laid. My friend Sean was talking about that too. We're like, that happened to you too? He's like, yeah. She's like, I can meet you from like 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And he's like, I'm working. Oh, okay, sucks for you. I guess we're never talking again. No, it wasn't a sex spot. It was not. I learned to live with being single at this point. I don't really care about being single. I genuinely, wholeheartedly don't. Especially, but even more so, if this is the shit. Really? Nah, I'm good. Oh, man, I love those cable boxes and hacking them to get everything. I'm 35. I remember my dad having it. Yeah, me too. I remember what it looks like. They weren't ethical. They were quite illegal. But, man, back then, that was... Obviously, there was no YouTube. Wasn't like you had porn. I'm not even just talking about porn. Well, the porn was nice, too. But 30-second clips on Bang Bros, so I've been told. What do you mean? I know Bang Bros. Who doesn't know Bang Bros? I remember Bang Bus back in the day, like in 2004. Yeah. That's when 2003 is when I first got high-speed internet, I think. Maybe 2002? No, let's go with 2003. I remember Bang Bus. Like, oh, yeah, we just go around meeting these women, a.k.a. they paid a prostitute, and be like, oh, hey, you look like you're going to work an office job. Can I tongue your asshole? Girls Gone Wild. Well, that was a different time, too, selling VH. Who needs that shit now, man? Porn is everywhere. When I was 12, I wired up illegal cable. Cost my mom $2,000. I didn't sit for $2,000. Yeah, justifiably so. $2,000. I missed your super chat, Pacific. I'm sorry. Let me just answer Superstar just so I'm not out of order. Then we can get into the meat. It's weird, no, man, if women are more skeptical of each other, but I notice it's harder to get into relationships. I think what it is that as you get older, people just get more jaded and their tolerance, which I get too, because there's things now with a woman I would never tolerate that I used to back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So... All right, so Pacific, I missed yours. You know, speaking of GameStop, I recently bought a pre-owned Joy-Con. From when it came, it was defective. No shit. Would not work unless it was on my Switch. You know what was funny? The package said guaranteed to work. Well, dude, yeah, they don't actually check the stuff. You know why they don't, too? I figured this out from... Remember that? I actually have a video, my 300 sub special. 300. Yes, I'm serious. Where I went to Dragon's Den. And I figured that out. They don't want to, for them to actually sit down with the system or a controller and really take it apart and make sure it's working properly, it would not be financially worth it for them to do it. So they rather just like, all right, give it a glance over it. And if stuff gets returned, it gets returned, but it'll still be more profitable. We'll get some major issues. Like if someone took a dump on top of a Sega Dreamcast, you'll see the turd. The technician will catch the turd. So they're worthwhile for that. But in terms of like doing like nitty gritty inspections, no, it's not worth their time. So I missed your super chat too, Brendan. So they just do the bare minimum shit, catch a decent amount of stuff, and stuff beyond that, they're like, people exchange it, they exchange it. Brendan, I also missed how the holy super chats come in so fast. Rich is keeping her eye on a friend who was on a dating app for 4 years and he finally got someone. Diamond and I mean, I've had better luck meeting women in public. Even like too recently. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, let me get the other super chats. And make sure I got everybody. Who else did I miss here? Brendan, I missed yours as well. I don't see it. Anyway, so I don't know why I went into that rant. Let's get back to the here's Phil to tell you more interview. We got plenty to go. I will. Oh shit! I had this open the whole time. My friend should be coming here Thursday. Whose super chats did I miss, Googlefish? Who did I miss? I got yours now. What's funny is I saw the I do insulin. Did I answer you though? Well, yeah, that was the thing with that girl. Like you just come home pissed drunk, and I have medical THC that I literally had a doctor prescribe me the card, and you're gonna like talk down to me on your soapbox as you're drunk. Okay, hey, cool. God bless. No Mexican gastric bypass. You're not. You were not banned. Why would you be banned? I'm trying to see if I missed anybody else here. I'm trying not to miss people. This talk of crap slinging through the cracks reminds me of a news story about a little bag you told. A little bag I told? What do you mean? Yes, it is Phil. We are back on Phil. So I think my friend is coming later this week. So I'll show up the computer with him on stream. You can see. Let me ask a question. For my nerds out there who like me, because I'm just too lazy to look it up, and I just literally thought of it right before I started streaming. Is the 12900KS socket, or 12900K, is the 13900K, is that going to be the same socket? Because I'm thinking of building a computer. If I could just swap out the chip later, I'll sell the 12900KS on eBay and just put the other chip in. It's not the same socket. It is the same socket. It's the same socket. All right, it's the same socket. I'll double check, obviously, but I could kind of... Hey, my boyfriend loves you so much. Can you say hi to Cheese Talker? He's in the chat watch already. Also tell him to propose to me already. Chill J. Cheese Talker proposed to Chill J. Jesus Christ. What are you doing? It's the same socket. Okay. How much of a difference is there between the 12900K and KS? Is it a big difference? Why? I'll just put in a 13900K and just swap it out later. Name withdrawn. Thank you very much. Wait, what did I do? What trap did I... Rich, pick wisely. A bird is soon to hatch. Quartering DSP or quantum. DSP has the longevity. So if I could just get K, I could get that right from... Dylan's giving me bacon and cucumbers. The video I made about a bag of drugs. Why do I not remember that? Same socket. All right, fuck it, I'll do it. Even if there's like a feature missing on the motherboard that'll come with the... Who cares? I need something new. All of my computers are kind of getting long in the tooth.
But that's how people are. So I say I don't want that on my streams. I don't want to get that stigma. Trust me, I got enough
Thank you,
problems.
Dylan. I appreciate
I don't need
it.
to be also dealing with a whole new can of fucking worms too.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate that take. I agree with you 100%. You know, I don't you know, so my content kind of leans towards like more of the like anti-PC, but like a lot of people, if you view my content, they're like, oh, he's definitely a Trump supporter, for example, or he's
Yes, Terrence, you could explore my man cave tonight.
definitely a whatever supporter. I don't even want to talk about it. Like, I want everyone to watch my content, you know, because I know once you pick a side, as you pointed out, then the other side fucking hates you.
That's right.
It wasn't always like that.
Jeremy. Yo. That's like, it's so obvious what side you're on, dude. It's like putting on a see-through plastic bag and be like, oh, thank God, at least I'm not naked now. Anyone with even a modicum of intelligence knows exactly where Jeremy stands. Shut up. I can't believe he said that. I wanna be open-minded to, or you could just be like me and just say fuck off to the people you want to say fuck off to, and I'm still here.
And you and I have both been online long enough. It wasn't like that 5 years ago, but that's what it is now.
Yeah, that is true. There were times I could talk about politics and have a lot of my audience disagree with me, but they would still stick around and disagree. Now, if I talk about something like that, I'll lose a couple thousand subs. People don't want to hear. There's a lot of more contention, I think is the right word, in the political space now. It's kind of scary because it's like a finger on the pulse of what's going on. Yeah, if I'm not going to overclock, should I just go with the 12900K and save like $110? I don't really give a fuck about overclocking. And if it's backwards compatible with the 13th gen chips, then fuck it. I could go to Best Buy tomorrow and pick it up. I know the 13 is going to have, but if it's the same socket, I could just swap the chip in and out. Well, it's a different dynamic. I'm going to go in on Jeremy and ask him questions that's going to make him look terrible. This is a softball interview that was just more algorithm fodder than anything else for Jeremy. Yeah, they're both sockets 1700. So yeah, maybe I'll just go tomorrow and get it from Best Buy, and then I could show them on Newegg that Newegg first party. If you could, Best Buy, it's cool because they'll match prices so long as, hey, I saw this on Amazon. So long as it's Amazon selling it. Oh, what is this, Google Fish? Someone got sand? Instead of, oh my God, that's an amazing story. Thank you. No, he's not smart when it comes to anything. And that's the thing. He knows that his veneer is so fucking thin. $25% more. All right, you know what? Let's
Yeah.
You know what we'll do? We'll go back to the interview. Yeah, I'm going all over. That's how you can tell I'm stoned right now. The more stoned I am, the more scatterbrain. Let's put some parts together. I feel like... Oh, let me go over here and sign in. Don't want anyone to see my shit. Thought it was already signed in. Really? What is my password? I forgot it. Really? All right. Come on, give it to me. Come on. All right, we're in. Yeah, Yes, update, please. All right, so let's take a look here. So Core i9, just a KS or a KF? Fuck a KF. Oh, KF just doesn't have graphics, right? How much of a difference though? Because I know the F chips don't have integrated graphics. Why am I holy shit, I am stoned right now. 12900K. Yeah, for $10 more. All right, we'll add that to the cart. No, I don't want that. I missed your super chat, Neil. No, I answered him. He said he was a liberal. All right, that's DDR5. What speed? See, I'm out of the loop with DDR, man. What speed DDR5 RAM I should get? I'm kind of out of the loop with this shit. I'm going to get DDR5. Absolutely. My address is showing. End. Is it? Where is it at? I don't see it. Ah, that ain't really. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm not going to get in trouble for doxing myself. What's a good motherboard to get? I'm so out. I'm so out of the loop. DDR5 is like your ass. It's smooth and fast. The only micro center I have is like 2 hours away from me. If I was worried about motherfuckers, so I have been nuclear doxed. I have been doxed on steroids. Yo, people found numbers for me from like the 80s. You could go look it up right now. I don't care. It's a Z690 chipset. All right, thank you. What speed DDR5 I should go to? Should I go to? What do you think? Dude, I've already been swatted, had pizza called. I have had everything. I don't care. 6,000 megahertz. Asus. Yeah, I like Asus. I used to be more gigabyte. Let's look up Asus. Asus Z690. All I really need is I'm going to need a cooler because I'm just going to gut this rig and then just sell. That's kind of why I want to do, because this has a Ryzen 7 3800 XT. I think. Asus Z690 motherboard. All right, let me shut the fuck up. I'm going to sell that and just plop it in there. Asus Z690. I'm mixed on it. I like MSI. I've had good luck with MSI. Oh, I've been swatted numerous times. Soft swatted, I'll say, though. Did I miss your super chat, Goob? I disagree, and I'm still around. Oh, no, I answered that before, and I appreciate it. Wi-Fi 6E is important to me. DDR5. $41. Yeah, we will go with this. Add to cart. No, thank you. And now I need a cooler. Then I need RAM. how much 32 gigabytes I'd want to do. DDR5, what is it? 56. 129 ratings. Sure. I'll do a closed loop, not water cool. I'll do a closed loop. Add to cart. I don't care. It's 2 times 16. Yeah, I don't need 64 gigabytes. 32 is fine. No, I'm being budget conscious here.
Wow. That's good.
Bro, I'm 2 hours from a micro center. 2 hours. 2 hours. Why do I keep repeating that? Let me look up a cooler first, and I'll buy this later because that I don't want to. That obviously I care about showing. I don't want my personal financial information out there. Ooh, what socket cooler am I looking for? Let me look up 12900K cooler. I'll look it up that way. That Noctua looks pretty luscious, actually. Even though it's air cooled. I'm not looking to overclock the chip. I don't care. Yeah, building Phil. Ah, no. That's the cart. Oh, that's a cool $1,700 right there. Motherfucker. When everything come by? Wednesday. Of course you're going to come Friday. Of course. Well, actually. You know what I'll do? I'll get the chip. Go to my cart. I could get the chip from Best Buy and match the price. That's what I'll do. You could get out of here. Everything else I'll get. Expensive fucking motherboard, man. Yeah, that motherboard prices. That's making my ass water. I don't care that the cooler's black. It'll still look okay with this. All right, I'm going to proceed to... Let me check something else here real quick. I'm almost done, I swear, and then we'll get back to this. This is the weirdest stream I've done in a very... I'm sorry, guys. I'm spazzing tonight. I have so much on my mind, that's why. Let me see here. All right. Anyway. Okay. Let's get back to Phil here. I'm done. I swear. That was such a strange... Location is showing birds. Do I have my... No, I don't have my VPN right. All right. That's a very good point. When you send pizzas to the... You foot... No! Fuck out of here. That's why the companies get pissed, because I don't end up buying a pizza and they end up wasting gas and resources bringing it out here. Jeremy has no clothes in his basement. Well, he does pee in his basement.
I just peed in my basement.
Yeah, 3 more days till Chris Chan gets released. I wonder how that's going to be. You don't get to keep the food. I never even. They're like, no. All they do. It's not even that I've asked. I'm like, no, we never got this order. They take the shit back. They don't let you keep it. Are you kidding? They're pissed. They're pissed. It's not even your fault. They're still pissed off at you.
This political climate really changed things. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Very hard. You got to pick and choose your topics now to make sure you don't piss off the wrong person.
Yeah. So
it's true.
Speaking of people
That is true.
that hate people, can you give me some insight? So I've watched, I went and watched a couple of streams. I'm not like I said, what you might call a detractor channel. I haven't been, I've just known you've existed forever. And so then I try to watch some of these channels, and I see where their perspective's at. Then I watch you actually interacting with your chat. It's obviously different.
Yeah, it's so weird because Jeremy's not really a charismatic guy. Not saying that I am, but he's like watching paint dry with beard hair stuck in it. Admittedly, and here's where I'll defend Phil. When Phil's not bitching about money, he actually can be engrossing. He's a good storyteller. And I'm not saying that to be funny. It is funny when Phil, he's like, oh my God, I had to walk through the end of my driveway. And it makes it like, he was about to get fisted by bears with just going to get mail in his mailbox. But he's not bad. No. Jeremy is very monotone. Very.
Where do you put yourself in your interactions with chat? You spend a decent amount of time acknowledging your trolls. That must be on purpose, right? So when I see trolls in my live chat, I'll either mute them or not acknowledge them. But this is your life now.
You acknowledge me. Aw. I'm special to Jeremy. Freedom Tower Studios, don't take this the wrong way, but absolutely not. Here's why. I would give a computer to somebody. Not even as a giveaway, because then I'd have to be responsible for if it showed up broken as a giveaway. But if I was doing something for what I did for Phil, or I'm giving a computer to my friend, fine. Here's the thing. Computers, especially desktops, even if you pack them properly, there is still a decent chance that they may get damaged in shipping. I don't want to deal with that, because that would be on me. It's no. Don't take it personally, but no. I've lost so many possible by letting them know I'm a stoner. Should I just keep... No, why would you? Because it's part of what you do. I take pot. You don't like it too fucking bad. You know what I'm saying?
Part of your show. And, I know you must know. You're not an idiot. You must know that some people are hate watching you. And so you interact with people or whatever the case may be. Where do you think, how does that work into your live stream?
He doesn't do it on purpose. Phil just feeds his trolls. Absolutely. Phil just feeds his fucking trolls.
Interacting with these people.
Sup, Cam?
People that are just always in your orbit, just to shit on you.
Right. I mean, when I started, it wasn't like that. When I started, it was YouTube. Because I remember I started exclusively on YouTube. I wasn't even live streaming. And it used to be people legitimately would come to watch your content because they were looking for something positive. They were looking for something fun.
No, Phil, I know I'm going to sound like it's a Gundam here, but they were watching because you were the only person doing what they were looking for. You know what I'm saying? Why am I checking my messages? Google Fish, is there a dick in my messages? Read what's happening. Oh, shit. Yes, I saw this. Some guy's willing to let. First off, Google Fish just sent me pictures of giant dicks. Thank you, Google Fish. This is why I could never check a Google Fish message on my actual stream. Yes, I know that there are beta cuck males out there. Pathetic fucking he could fuck my wife. Elon Musk could fuck my wife. It's for a cause. What cause? A horny billionaire? What's the cause? What's the fucking cause? Like, why are people so up Elon Musk's ass? Who cares? That to the point that you would let him fuck your wife? At least get a horse out of it. People are so fucking pathetic, man. So pathetic. Evening, Dickers. Nice birds. Thank you. I enjoy my birds.
Something energetic. They wanted to be a part. They were excited, right? They were always excited to be part of this new thing on YouTube. That was 10, 11 years ago.
That was all it was, Phil. It would be the same with me. I'm not making like my shit's anything special. I was just regurgitating game news back then in front of gameplay footage. I was nothing special. But I didn't get in on the ground floor, but I got it on like the second floor. Phil, you got it on the ground floor, son. You've had viewers ask you to smash it. Well, that's because you have pecs. I have tits. I never get those opportunities. But that's really what it was about us, Phil. You were there so early, dude. It wasn't about being positive. It was about that you were the only one doing it, man. It's like if you, which I have before, you live in the hood. Yeah, the bodega's food is overpriced, but if you can only walk, or you're like me and I had a fucking half-broken minivan, so sometimes I had to walk, you would just go to the bodega and spend 5 times more on a loaf of bread. It was shitty bread, but you went there because it was your only options. Later on, there would be grocery stores opening up down the street. You got options. That overpriced loaf of bread isn't a value anymore. It's shitty, and they didn't really do a good job baking the bread. You were the half-baked bread back then, Phil. So was I. But I would say one thing I have done is evolve more. My Razer Blade 143080 RTX died a month after ordering, have it shipped from China, never ordering computer online again. Really? Here's the thing though. Whether you buy a laptop from Best Buy or there, I mean, Best Buy, the only thing is that it's easier to get a return or exchange, but they're still coming from the same place. So just make sure you get a place with a good return policy. That's all. Or exchange policy. You need to go talk to Peter. Who the fuck is Peter? Don't ever talk about Peter again unless I tell you to. I know I'm not in the hood now. I was in the hood with the ex I was with. Absolutely.
At some point it became, we're here to shit. We're just here to take a big dump on everybody. We don't care what you do or what it is. We have to find the faults and destroy you. And they get jollies doing that.
Phil! Yeah, of course you're going to have people pick apart my shit all the time too, but the thing is that when valid criticism came your way, like still recording on the screen in 2013 when everybody moved on to capture cards, you fought it. You fought it until you had no choice. That's where the detractors came from. A lot of people that were your detractors, Phil, were actually fans of you in the beginning. Why am I pushing down the buttons? I'm really stoned. I'm pushing down the buttons on my Xbox controller, Bird. Like, that's where all the detractors came from, man.
And I've noticed in the last, I'd say probably started in 2012. I know that's a long time ago, but, over the years. Yeah. There's a giant group of people now who just are only there to crap on me. Now, I could completely ignore them. That's true. I could over moderate. That's true. And to some extent, I used to do that. Like when I was just on YouTube,
You should ignore them and not over moderate, and you should have embraced that this is how you don't please. Every single person out there there's not a soul that hasn't said that. Oh, Peter from my job yes, from the now dead Filines. I could say the name because the company's gone. Yes, Peter. He looked like the Penguin from Batman. He sounded kind of like him too.
I used to heavily police my comments on my videos. Heavily police them to the point.
You still do, Phil. You don't even let people reply to you on Twitter.
Where people were like, I don't like watching Phil's videos because I can't comment. When I comment, everything seems like it's super policed and commented on there.
The best is in my comments. I think I'm about to shit in a minute. The best is in my comments is that when people, because like I have filters for obviously nasty fucking words that their comments may get filtered, but people think I'm sitting there all day like whack-a-moling all the comments. So they start fighting with, oh, I see you deleting it. I see you deleting, and they're replying to themselves, fighting with themselves. And I'm like driving around running errands, and I'm like, look at this. I'm like, really? You're literally punching yourself right now and have no idea. I think I have to take a dump, so I might as well do it now. Quinn, how are you? Oh, look, I'm talking about my bowel movements. I have no idea why I'm single. It could just, it's a mystery. Yeah. He curates. He's like one step away from quantum. Excuse me.
Moderated on there.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it anymore. I was a one-man army. I wasn't going to sit there moderating my stuff all day. I had a life. I wanted to make more gameplay. I wanted to do other stuff. I couldn't just sit there. So at one point, I just let it go. And what I noticed systematically is over the years, more toxic people came in, more stuff just kept crapping on the videos, to the point where I noticed, like,
because you reacted and tried to suppress them, Phil. You went on mass copyright claiming sprees. At least. Yes, I washed my hands, and yes, I took a shit. You know why the trolling has diminished with me, Phil, is that either I kind of joke around with the trolls, but that's actually the exception. I just ignore them. You don't ignore in the slightest, dude. What's up, Sage Music?
But everything was still good when it came to my fans. My fans still loved my content and wanted to come see it, but there was this increasing cloud over my head of people following me around saying negative things. And you're right. I think originally I kind of, back in the day when it first started, this negative cloud behind me, I reacted to it the worst possible way. I acknowledged it. I complained about it. I said it's not fair. I whined. I screamed. I made a big tantrum. All these guys are jerks. How could they do this?
Yeah, and you still and then he tried to do the softball, like, oh, I'm gonna go along with the joke. User submitted, this is how you don't place, but they were the harsh ones that made him look real bad. Those are the ones you should have put up on your channel, Phil. Who fucking cares? You suck at video games. I suck at video games.
There was this movement on YouTube called "This Is How You Don't Play" that was created off of me and my gameplay. And if I had reacted in a different,
I think it was Evil AJ that started that, right?
way to it, and probably
How do I know all this? I'm a loser. Oh man. Like, how do I know all this lore?
we said, "Oh, that's funny. That's a funny montage that people made of me." It probably wouldn't have ever blown up to what it was, but they
No, it wouldn't have. And on top of it too, you didn't capitalize on it. You tried to suppress it.
liked the fact that when they made these videos about me that I reacted to them. Oh, I got the reaction I wanted out of Phil.
Yeah.
And now when he plays a game, it's more about getting him to get angry or fail at a game so we can make another one of these to get attention for us, and just kept feeding itself to become this organic entity of this toxic cloud that kept growing and growing. So when I stream now, I realize that cloud's always there. It's never going to go away. It's associated with me permanently now, right? It's attached to me permanently. What I try to do is balance it. I can't say it doesn't exist, because there are people who...
You don't balance it. I see it in your own streams. You fight it now just like you did back then. Maybe, all right, so you're not going after and trying to mass flag or mass content ID videos, but you still react to say, there's clips of you all the time, Phil. There's clips of you all the time. Yes, I pinched a loaf that fast. Yes, I wiped. And yes, do you want to come here and sniff my hands? My address was just up on the screen. Why is it not full screen, speaking of which? Oh, shit. Good thing I had a lid on. Knocked over the coffee.
who actively will come in my chat and actually are supportive. They'll contribute via, the methods you contribute on Twitch, and they'll help me to keep going, but they're only there to really wait for that moment when I screw up in a fighting game and I swear and I get angry at the person or I overreact in a game.
Yeah, so what? There's people here right now, I'm sure, that are waiting for me. I'm sure people are going to clip the whole dating app shit I was talking about before. Who cares? We're live streamers. There's always that chance we're going to say something clippable. So what?
They're waiting for that moment of fail to really latch on and say, haha, I got him. Now let's make fun of him and stuff. You got to kind of laugh with it. And back then, when I first started, like I said, earlier days, 7, 8 years ago, I wasn't like that. I thought my shit didn't stink. I was like, how could anyone criticize me or make fun of me? That's not right. Now I'm a different person. Like, I've learned over the years, you got to roll with that. Now, some people say, don't.
I agree, James. Although I would shit my pants. Speaking of shit, I would shit my pants with joy if there was a Fear remake.
Don't acknowledge it at all. But the thing is, if a lot of people are doing it and you don't acknowledge it at all, now it's like they're not going to come back. Or at the same
Why have you been feeling suicidal all day? If that is true and you're not just saying that jokingly, which I hope you are joking, you should get checked. That's not something to play around with.
time, what I've noticed is some people, if they don't get that acknowledgement, it just makes it worse. They'll try to find another way to intrude. If I just let it roll and pretend like it's a natural part of my stream, it doesn't bother people that much. In fact, there's a few negative memes that have come up that at first they pissed me off, but I realized if I embrace the meme and I make it my own, it's not a big
Phil has rather large breasts for a somewhat slender man. Yes. He has a quite full pair of breasts. Nova, how are you? Thank you for becoming a member. We got a member tonight. Let's try to still get to 10. I'm going to be here for a while.
big deal anymore.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've been trying to do. I make emotes now in my chat of some of the memes that are negative memes, because that way it takes the power away from them and people don't see it as a negative anymore because everyone's doing it, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of...
You don't do enough, Phil. You still fight the truth. Dude, you literally... I sent Steel Toe Morning Show breasts. No, I didn't send him breasts. I sent him... Yeah, Nervous Wreck, don't play around with that, man. Don't play around with that. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. Absolutely. At all. There's nothing wrong with it. I forgot what I was talking about because I lost my train of thought.
How I've been trying to embrace it in the last couple of years since I've become a full-time streamer is understand it's there, recognize when it's there. Don't make the whole stream about it, because there's positive people there who are there to also enjoy my content on a positive level, and they don't want to just hear negative, negative, negative the whole stream.
You are negative the entire... Phil, is he streaming now? Let's just prove a point. Is he streaming now? Hey, Geralt, how you doing? That's another game I got to play. I still have not played The Witcher 3. I'm looking for something to fill the Elden Ring void by instead of replaying Elden Ring over and over again. Is DSP streaming right now? DSP Gaming W. Scheduled 9:45. All right. He's not streaming now. Uh-oh. Oh, someone's looking for a cat.
But if it's there, laugh at it, make a sarcastic comment about it, and move on. Don't dwell on it all the time. But at the same time, when you allow...
Phil, I even DM'd you recently saying that you should make Incident of May 1st shirts. Don't make jokes about yourself. If you sold those shirts, you would probably make like 200,000 off the fucking shirts alone. Good luck finding an artist, though, because I'm still looking for one. I cannot find a fucking artist that's to what we want to do to save my life. But I'm selling shit, not Phil's face, but I'm selling my own merch. Well, he won't do it, though. I'm worried. What did he say? I'm worried about my legacy. It's like, dude, you worrying about your legacy so much is doing more damage to your legacy than if you embrace the stupid shit instead of trying to... Like, you refer to you beating off on camera as the incident. That's why it's called the incident from May 1st. It's like a fucking... It's like a terrorist event. No, Phil, it's not that horrible. You just got... You left your camera on while you were beating your dick. Oh, God. The fucking incident. The incident. Oh, the camera's on. Camera's on the whole time, huh?
that thing to have power, you know what I mean? It gets even worse. And at the same...
Like, bro, think about how many fucking people would buy that shirt, man. That shirt would... like Keemstar would buy a shirt with a fap face where, like, say it was Phil's face where he's like that with the incident of May 1st and like a good script under it, and a well-designed shirt with like good artistry of his face. It would be everywhere. Every motherfucker would be, but he won't do it. I've talked to him like, dude, I meant it. It wasn't a gaslight email. It wasn't. I was like, or a DM. I was like, Phil, I'm telling you, dude, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. It's something that happened. It could happen to anybody. It could happen to me. Embrace it.
Same time, if you don't acknowledge it at all, that's a group of people that, number one, could be contributing and they're not, because now they feel like you don't care anymore. And number two, that's a group of people that might find another way to hurt you.
Forever in our minds, 5 foot. On May 1st, 2016, a middle-aged live streamer named Philip Burnell forgot that the camera was on and proceeded to violently beat his dick.
Oh, the camera's out.
Oh my god. And I know I've been saying this like the past 7 days in a row, but it's still the funniest fucking thing to me that he was rocking back and forth to make sure you couldn't see any angle of his dick. I know that's why you were doing it, Phil. Why would you rock back and forth like that? You were making sure your cock wasn't visible on stream. I'm just gonna sit here right now and just IFAP, yes. That was my video, wasn't it? Oh god.
More maliciously behind the scenes, because what they're doing isn't working. So let's find another way to screw him, behind the scenes that's not on his live stream.
Yeah, that's good to hear, because I told people when I said we were going to talk, people are like, oh, he's not going to talk about it, blah blah blah. I said no.
Why is he? This is such a Jeremy kind of Skype and fucking. Why is it not full screen, Jeremy? Why am I seeing your taskbar at the bottom?
When I talked to him in private, he understood.
Criminals should be tortured with this interview. Yeah, I guess I'm a fucking criminal. Well, no. Foil Grim, I know you're joking, but the lore goes like this, again, because I'm a fucking loser and know way too much about DSP because I have issues. He didn't rock back and forth until he realized the camera's on. My big brain speculation on it is he was seeing like, all right, fuck, if I'm at this angle, do you see my dick? If I'm at this angle, do you see my dick? Is there any chance they saw the tip of my mushroom? That's what he was doing.
He's like, look, we can talk about the shit where I fucked up. We could talk about some of the funny stuff. I don't want to talk about personal finances, by the way, which is fine. I don't want to talk about my exes, which is also, by the way, fine. And it's one thing where there are guys that have been out there. I've been out there more than 10 years too, but under several different channels. And there have been guys out there, I don't know if you put yourself in the same category with that.
All right, you don't have to go into his personal finances. You're just asking him what he publicly talks about. Ask him. I know he doesn't ask in his interview. Ask him, why did you move out of your condo when it wasn't sold yet? Normal answer to me. He put it out there. You don't have to crack into his bank statements to find that one out. I've heard he was watching Forced Cream Pies. Him and Jeremy were sharing the screen.
This is your life now. This is your life now. But as a layman, there have been people who've streamed for a really long time, and they have a large group of detractors, and they still have, it's when it starts out great. Look, when I started my YouTube channel, I had like a 99% upvote on every video I did.
Right.
But over the years, you piss a few people off. Even your most loyal fans are the ones that turn into the ones that really hate you the most. So then, okay, it went from 10. If I had 10 dislikes on a video, I was like, whoa.
Well, your sub base grows. Why do I feel like Jeremy, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's just my negative energy I have towards Jeremy. I feel like he's just gaslighting Phil just to stretch this out. Like, yeah, no shit. You have more viewers, so you're going to get more dislikes because you have more opposing viewpoints. Like, wow.
What do I fuck up? Now, if I have like 100, now I'm like, oh, okay. So I definitely feel like I understand where that's at. I look at a guy like you and a guy like Wings, and where both of you have been on long enough, where you have long kind of, or you have, I'm sorry, a solid group of haters, but you also have a solid group of you're still your fans. And where Wings, I don't know, he probably has it worse than you.
I would argue that Wings may have more. I don't know numbers, and I haven't. I would argue that Wings probably has more genuine fans than DSP. I think most of DSP, most people that tune into him want to see him just fucking trip. Scream pie and the fap are talking. That is true, Foil Grip. Rich, I love you, man. Hope you're good.
Breasts.
I am good. Can we get a try to relax your anus for the glove? Of course.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Where like, but he still reacts like old Phil used to react.
How does Jeremy Freudian slip. How does Phil act any differently towards the trolls in 2022 than he did in 2015? How? I have seen, we just watched the footage. He doesn't. He absolutely doesn't handle it any differently. I would say Wings has actually become more self-aware. He feeds the trolls like crazy. I would say actually in some ways he feeds the trolls more. But what makes Wings more likable is that he jokes around. He's more self-aware. He's more, I would say, relatable. Whereas Phil is just like, I said, he's like a disgruntled substitute teacher and treats his class like, I gotta fucking teach these clowns again. Oh, look, the sex bots are here. Success. I just peed in my cucumbers.
I just peed in my basement.
Cucumbers.
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 Cucumbers. Cucumbers. Breasts.
If I could talk to DSP, I would say, dude, you got to lean into the meme, because eventually it's not going to be as fun to make fun of you, because you're like, yeah, I fucked up, you know,
Right.
Whatever, this happened and whatever, you know. How do you see, you know,
Yeah, Jeremy sucks at interviewing.
he talks about now, there was a recent stream where he was like, basically like, look, I got to turn my haters into payers, essentially. I've got to convert, you know, because these are the people that are coming in. He's got several channels that basically are 100% dedicated to making content, and you've got a few of them too.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you approach that
Phil, I would say maybe even equal, if not more.
type of content now? What do you think of these dedicated channels that are basically just memeing on you?
See, here's the thing. Again, I'm different now than I used to be. When I was a full-time YouTuber, I was like really pissed off about it. And I would call these channels out. They're stealing my content. I wish I could take them down.
Which is exactly, Rich, tweet message you the Reddit YouTube video about DSP. I could watch it here.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm not even like that anymore. Like, for me, I don't mind that they exist as long as what they do is, I don't care if you take a shot at me. I don't care if you make fun of me. I don't care if you call me a lol cow. I don't care what the frick you call me. But don't try to actually, like, hurt myself or my livelihood or my family. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because sadly, there's people who do take it that far. And I hate to say it, but the people who make those channels don't realize that what they're doing is kind of putting the ammo into a group of people who aren't like them.
Didn't Destiny cover that? That's like one of the few things I've watched from Destiny. I mean, I kind of agree with Phil here on this one. Like, you know, do what I'm doing all day. Like, I would never go after Phil's livelihood. You know what I mean? like for what? Like, what has he done that's so harmful? You know? So,
those guys,
I
they're
had
doing it
something
for
else to
laughs.
say,
They're doing
but
it
I
to make
forgot.
fun of me and to make some popularity, get popularity on my expense, right?
Yeah.
They're not laughing with me, they're laughing at me, but they get a rise, they make some money doing it, whatever. It's fine. I don't care about that. What I care about is now the person who watches all their content comes after me and my family personally, which has happened many times.
Yeah.
And
are you doing all right, Anita Sarkeesian, Quantum TV? So you're saying that people are critical of you is what hurts your... Dude, everyone's... Do you know how many people are fucking critical of me? It's going to happen. You know, the irony of it is, you know how many times when I used to feed the trolls, like almost as much as Phil, if not as much as Phil? You know how many times people said to me, oh, I saw this video on this dude hating on you. That's how I found your channel and I subbed to you.
And that's what I'm worried about. Like, I don't care if someone makes a video.
But he's playing the thing like, oh, because you're talking about me. So he's playing into that. He's playing into it just like, oh, no, because you have an opinion on me that isn't positive. Now my livelihood's in trouble. Now I'm being attacked. Who else said that? Besides the piece of shit in a smaller screen there. I hit the button too early. Someone else said it.
I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
I have the Nick Cage pillow right here on top of what was going to be Phil's computer. The Big Bang Theory was originally proposed by Georges Labella, Catholic priest and cosmologist. We have no idea why the fuck we're here and what created us. Yeah, the message will be from Raw Fizzlebeef in the R begging choosers. He also, can I be a mod? And DSP fell down a hole. Do I have that still?
I fell down a fucking hole.
No, my friend Nick is coming Thursday to take the computer. And when he's here, we're going to show it on stream to show what Phil would be missing. Philip Burnell is a man.
This is how you don't play. Here's a montage of Phil sucking at Dark Souls. Big deal. But you make a video that says, Phil is 100% a scammer, and he regularly, every day, he steals money from his viewers by lying to them constantly, and he's a really dishonest, disgusting person, and he really shouldn't exist. You're going to get people who are going to, like, in their head, not understand that that's a video to make fun of me. They think this is a call to action. And now they think that they have to do everything they possibly can to hurt someone like me or someone like me. Some of the stuff that's happened, you wouldn't even believe some of the stuff that people tried to do.
I mean, I've had it
behind the
all
scenes.
too. I've had swattings. I've had...
Yeah, that's part of being a public figure. Deal with it. Not saying it's okay. It's horrible. But happened to me. Sure, it happened to... I know it's happened to Quartering. I know it's happened to Phil. It's... cost of doing business in this line of work. You know what I mean?
To deal with a lot of that bullshit too. People calling my fucking mom, who doesn't even know how to use Facebook.
Oh yeah, the video game museum. Oh wow, that's interesting. That's still not a thing. Forgot about that. So much fucking drama in video gaming community. It's so weird.
Facebook.
Drama in the AV community. I should know. I wasn't even a part of it. Just fucking drama.
Or whatever.
Right.
You know, people called my mother-in-law and told her that I was a neo-Nazi. and she's like, "What? No."
Phil has no idea that not saying that Jeremy's a neo-Nazi. I think that may be a stretch. However, he did try to write for the Daily Stormer, which used to be called Fascism Today or Fascist Today. I mean, that's you're maybe you're not technically a neo-Nazi, but damn, you are nipple tingling close. I don't know, Isaiah. I have no idea.
Oh, like he hangs out with black dudes. I know. Yeah, like
Oh, I hate when people. Oh, I can't be this. I hang out with black dudes. I can't be a closed-minded, bigoted racist. My gay black dads are butt fucking each other as we speak. Fuck out of here.
But like, so I've had issues like that too. But you know, as you probably are aware, you know, and I said I wouldn't ask any questions about it specifically, but that is the biggest issue with your detractors is the money.
Did I hear thunder? I always like checking because if I like randomly disappear, you'll know why. Just check here real quick. Bidip dip dip. No. Okay, I'm just hearing shit.
Money, right? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would think so. Now, the thing is,
rumbling man breast thunder.
Breasts.
you can't really get a straight answer because depending on who you ask, the way that it works with my detractors, I don't know about Wings and everybody else because I stay out of everyone else's business. I really do. I don't know anything about what's going on with these other guys. But with me, it's
You need to stop fapping on stream on May 1st, 2016. Good old fucking Ray. By the way, shout out my cameos in the description if you want a custom video where I could say pretty much mostly any stupid shit that you want to. Go check out my Cameo. I get money, you get a custom message. It's a win-win for everybody. Plus birds. Cameo. Shameless plug. Go fuck yourself.
it's called moving the goalpost, meaning their issue with me today is money. So, okay, so something happens and, okay.
Yes, true, Phil. True. However, you don't shut the fuck up about money. That's why money is always brought up. You talk about money way too much. Everyone knows this. So, that's the problem. The reason why money is constantly brought up about you is you constantly bring up money. I don't bring up money. I mean, I may say things like, hey, guys, just try to get a certain membership goal. That's it. But I don't be like, guys, if you don't send money via StreamLabs, I don't know how I'm getting groceries tomorrow. That's why they talk about your money problems. Like, I got no one else to blame but me if people talk about my dating life, because I talked about it in the beginning of the stream. I don't want people talking about it. I gotta shut the fuck up about it. I talk about it, other people talk about it. That's on me.
Okay, that's an issue. But then when that's not an issue anymore, the next thing is the issue. Because originally it wasn't about money. When I started on YouTube, I was making tons of money. I didn't need money. I wasn't asking for donations. I wasn't asking for people to tip me on streams or do any of this stuff. I was rolling.
Nah, you kind of were. You were. There is literally footage of Phil. This is how he got kicked out of the partnership program. There is footage of Phil 2 times. One time was indirectly, but direct enough that he got in trouble for it. And there was another time where he just straight up said, yo, click the ads in my videos. You can't say that, Phil. You can't. You did it. You did it twice. You always were kind of like, hey, I really need help right now. That's your thing.
In ad revenue, so I didn't need to ask. Back then it was, oh, Phil's a cocky asshole, he doesn't take his playthrough seriously, he insults the game developers. So I changed my attitude. I'm not going to do that anymore. Oh, well, now Phil did this and Phil did, and that's the thing, like there's always a new thing that they seem to now bring up as the thing that they hate me for. I would say initially they'll tell you it's money, but then if you kind of debunk what they're talking about, oh, that didn't really happen, here's what really happened. Oh, well, didn't you also know that Phil did this and this and this and this and this and this and this?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah. Happens with me too. But the problem why is there's so much with you, Phil, is that you bring up so much. Why am I talking like that? That is definitely the weed.
You know what the big one that came up with the most was this cat thing. Do you know what that's about? Like,
yeah.
People said, here's how it was told to me, that like he had an X goal for money, and then to reveal something, and then it was his cat.
Because he wanted 1,000, he ended up getting 2,000 to show a cat. To show a fucking cat. Like 80% of American households have cats. He wanted at least $1,000 to show. You want to see a fucking cat? I'll be right back. This is Claire Kitty. This is Claire Kitty. She's the sweetest, snuggliest cat, but she hates being picked up. She'll lay on you all day. This is Claire. You want to get down, don't you? Okay. You know what I didn't ask for? I didn't ask for $2,000.
The delicious salt.
Breasts.
The delicious salt.
Breasts. 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 Breasts.
Breastfeed it.
Thank you, Jeremy. Okay, thank you, Christian. The birds are still on. I'm sorry about the birds. Let me close the door now. Phil, you put some super high tier goal for a cat. It wasn't like you had like some crazy weird bird that was super rare. It's a cat. I just, man, maybe I should set more goals. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong. I'm doing it all wrong, Phil. I'm doing it all wrong. Cosmic Productions, thank you. It's crazy. That is, and he got it. Apparently it was only from like a couple people though, like someone who's like his whale, I guess. Oh look, the sex shop bots are back.
What was that even about? Was that, how long ago was that?
That was a few months ago. 2 months ago? 3 months ago?
Okay.
It was fairly recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus TOS. Yeah, I should. The Disrupt TV thing. Yeah. That's a good point, man. Because you can't sell a channel. That's always been a thing on YouTube, and it hasn't changed. And the reason why is because, like, what do you say? Okay, oh, wow, if I sell it to you, you're going to have 2 million subs out of the gate. All right, but what do you offer? The reasons people sub to a channel is usually for the personality of person/people. If those people are gone, it's just the husk of a channel.
Yeah, that's right. That's probably why they're all talking about it, because it just happened a few months ago.
Oh, okay.
But no, I had a stream where I told everyone it was a special event, a marathon style stream, that I was going to be playing a certain amount of games, certain type of game. You know, it was a kind of a gimmick event.
Mario 64.
Because I needed to raise funds. I was in a big, bad financial position. I had a bunch of things coming up that I needed to pay, and I looked at it.
Keep in mind, like, mods and people who were actually fans of DSP, the two that were left, were pissed at him for this. because it's like, dude, it's a fucking cat. You're making it like you had a big reveal, like your wife was pregnant or something, and it's a cat. And the cat, like, how often do you go into Phil's stream? Maybe he calls the cat like once or twice. It's not. He made it like, oh, it's going to really add something to the stream. What? It's a cat, Phil. Claire is like borderline like a sweet dog personality. Like, she's as sweet as cats come. She wanted nothing to do with being in here. What would Claire add to this? Nothing. She'd probably barf up a hairball in the corner and walk away. He's not leaving it, just selling equity. But you're not. I got to look into it. You're not supposed to sell anything with your fucking YouTube channels. Dylan Bacon, thank you for the bacon and cucumbers. Jeff Tubin got naked to FAP. Who the fuck is? Oh yes, that is true.
I can't do it. Now, I know my fans will support me if I ask for it. So I said, I'm going to do a special marathon stream to raise tips. And if I hit a certain level, a goal level of what I like to raise during that day, I'm going to give you guys a positive reveal as a way to say thank you. And this is something that could maybe even affect positively my streams in the future.
Phil, I just talked about this. I kind of jumped the Gundam gun here. It's a cat. Dog, even dogs. It's like, all right, dogs they're a little bit more interactive. But you're like, what are you going to do? Sit with the dog on your lap the entire, like, come on. Dude, you just made some high because you wanted / needed money, and you made it like it was a bigger deal than it was. Yes, this is the same guy that Sean, excellent point. This is the same guy that gave away signed Xbox 360 game boxes. What am I checking? Hold on. What did I say?
And people don't see it as a negative anymore because everyone's doing it, right? Yeah. So that's kind of...
You don't do enough, Phil. You still fight the truth. Dude, you literally... I sent Steel Toe Morning Show breasts. No, I didn't send him breasts. That was good. What's this one? To show a fucking cat. Like 80% of American households have cats. He wanted at least $1,000 to show. You want to see a fucking cat? You actually? Be right back. Oh wait, hold on. There was no ass there. That was just back fat. Yeah, look, I know people like Rich, like some women streamers get like 10,000 just for showing cleavage, like, but they don't hide the cleavage behind that, like it's just there, and the guys are idiots. And what Phil was like, I got a surprise for you, and you're thinking, oh wow, is his wife pregnant? Is he moving to a new studio? Is he? If you give me money, I'll let you know. Oh man, this must be a big deal. Here's my cat. Oh, fuck you, Phil. Oh, God.
Or my content. We'll see.
Yeah, he traded the game months ago, kept the boxes, and he's like, I'll sign it. Like, oh, my God, dude, how do you have such a... I want to feel... I don't have imposter syndrome, but at the same time, I don't have... At least I don't think... an overinflated sense of self-worth where I would think that my signature in an empty game box would be worth enough to send to somebody. Come on.
See, but that's how I spun it. It wasn't, oh, this is a life-changing event. I'm promising you guys the world that there's going to be some crazy thing.
Phil, from what I've heard, I don't remember this part verbatim. So that's why I'm putting that disclaimer in here. You were building this up for a while. Like it was a bigger deal than it really was.
If we raised a certain amount of money, and I never even told anyone what the amount of money was or anything.
The
it was just
spots are here.
In fact, that morning, I just out of my head pulled a random number out of my head, never expecting that I would reach it, and the number was $1,000. Okay, I was like, I'll never reach this on one stream. I'll never do this. Right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That'd be a killer stream.
What the hell? I'll pull it out of the sky. I'll put it up as a goal. Maybe it'll motivate people. If I had got a couple $100s, I would.
Yeah, if you give me money. Like, look, man, I'm not even going to knock that. Like, I did the chicken suit thing when I got to a certain membership tier. Like, I get it. That's fine. But it's a cap on a paywall. And you're making it like it's a big deal. Stop it immediately.
Would have been thrilled, right?
Yeah.
So I do the stream, and it's about 3/4 through the stream, and it's almost over. And I'm like, well, guys, just so you know, here we are. The stream's almost over. There's the goal. Here's where we are. And people were like, well, are you still going to reveal the thing at the end of the stream? I was like, I don't know. We'll see. And the truth of the matter is, I was going to do it anyway. I didn't tell anyone that because obviously you want to motivate people to contribute.
Sure.
I was going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But I want to motivate people to contribute. All of a sudden,
Bullshit, Phil. You have not worn vests, and you have not done other things when you didn't hit goals. There is video evidence of you waiting around to see if people will dump, like he's off screen, and you see him kind of like just rummaging through the PS4 menu to see if he'll get some last minute fucking donation. Don't you even lie, Phil.
people started coming out of the woodwork and started contributing. If you can believe it, we hit the goal. Okay.
Damn.
So I'm like,
that's a good day's work.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, this is amazing. Stop.
Look, if you want to donate for him to put a hat on, look, I take my shirt off for 50, man. I ain't knocking shit like that. Whatever. But to make it like you have this grand announcement and it's a cat, he may as well just say, guys, I had a bowel movement and it was brown. What do you fucking do? Cat. Motherfucking cat.
Stop the presses. We'll stop playing games. I just want to introduce you to my pet cat, who had lived with me for a while now, and I actually have completely kept him under wraps because, as I told you, I have such this weird cloud of haters that they try to fuck with my private life, and I knew that anything that I reveal about my private life, they make it a negative, no matter what. So I'd actually kept my cat private and not let anyone know about him for a long time.
Okay.
It was a secret. I never let
Yeah.
him in my office. The funny thing is he has a bell around his neck. Damned if I know how they didn't hear it in the hallway, like ringing behind the door or whatever. But they
I have
never
5
did.
cats, by the way.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the cat, Dad.
So there you go. You know they make noise and stuff. So good God, Lord knows
Yeah.
how no one knew that I had a cat. I don't know. Maybe they guessed or whatever. But
According to what I heard, the hardcore detractors knew it was a cat for a while. Hi, Mr. Super Chat CB96. Let me take a look. The only one I'm seeing is play the other FromSoft games, which I answered.
so finally I say, here he comes, and I let him in, and I'm playing with him, and we're having fun. And the thing is, there were 2 groups of people. My fans, my actual fans, were super happy. They were like, that's the cutest cat ever. This is a cool reveal. This is something that Phil never does. Reveals part of his personal life. He hasn't done this in such a long time. This is really actually cool. This is cooler than what we thought it
Yeah, people who are like, they follow Phil around like they're the CIA. They knew. Goodbye, cool kid.
was going to be. Some people thought it was going to be, I'm announcing I'm adding a piece of equipment to the stream or something. But to see this, cat and the cat now, the cat has free roam to come into my office whenever it wants now. I leave the door open. So if he wants to join me on a stream.
I barely have ever seen that cat on the stream. And if it, I mean, not that I watch all of Phil's streams, not even close. It's not, the cat adds next to nothing to the streams. It was just a way for him to make extra money.
He'll come in. It was funny. Tonight I'm playing Street Fighter and he's like messing with my hand when I'm trying to do moves and stuff. You know, it's a funny, silly
They
thing.
do that, yeah.
But the thing that gets me is there's the other group of people. Oh my God, that's it? So Phil charged $1,000 to see his cat? Oh my God, I can't. What a dishonest scammer. He said this was going to be something amazing and he was going to really contribute to the streams, and this is a bullshit. And that's how they spin it. Now, on top of all that, what ended up happening in the next 20 minutes was crazy. So I'm playing with my cat and everything. A longtime fan of mine came out to the stream late and was like, oh, this is amazing. And he gave me another $1,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never had a donation that big. Like, that's crazy.
It was nuts. I was like, I wasn't expecting.
There is speculation that this was an orchestrated thing, so people felt more inclined, but I cannot confirm or deny that. Just want to put that out there. Hey, Rich, can you explain the bird joke you do? You can explain as quick as possible. I'll get it quickly. I guess it had to do with greed. No, it had to do with me having corn in my asshole, and the birds cleaned my hole for me. Don't ever fucking question my birds again, thank you. I may have to go soon because I have a friend who is got to talk to them. What time is it? Maybe I'll go do that for a little bit and maybe do a part 2. I think I will. Because for them to message me, it has to be some kind of problem. Yeah, let me go do that, and I'll be back in a little bit. None of your business. Yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. Probably. But, like I said, for them to message me, it has to be important. So, this will be continued.